Hello, good people of YouTube, Mountbatten here, and today we're going to be talking about something that I think the game most desperately needs, especially with the way that the game is going, and that is quite simply more game modes. We need more game modes in World of Warships. I mean, right now, we basically have three battle types, or game modes, whatever you want to call them, in random battles. We have Domination, we have Standard Battle, and we have Epicenter. Now, we've had most of these game modes, actually all three of them, for years and years and years now, with very little variation on them. Actually, no variation on them in random battles at all. I mean, sure, for Domination, the caps might be in a different place, depending upon the map and stuff, and okay, but, I mean, we've been stuck with these three main game modes for years now, and the only real change we've gotten recently is that ranked battles are now pretty much around all the time. And ranked battles, if we're being honest, it's just Domination with different cap placements and a smaller setting, which, it's a nice break playing a smaller game type. It's a bit quicker too. However, it's still just, again, Domination with different settings, really. Nothing that you can't recreate in a training battle, really. And I'm talking about game modes that really give us a mix-up and a shake-up from what we've been doing for the past couple of years. Well, 5 years for some of us. And the experimental game types that we saw early on in 2020, it feels like it was forever ago, or actually it still feels like we're in 2020 with everything going on now already, not even just over a full week into 2021. We got to see some of this teased. We got to see the ranked sprint seasons with arms race. We got to see the smaller clan battle session, what they call it, clan scrimmage or clan whatever. We got to see a few other mix-ups of a mix of random battles, Epicenter with arms race in there, a game mode that I talked about a lot last year that I think is time to be thrown into random battles. Just stuff that gives us a nice change of pace, because right now, I mean, especially at higher tier, every match feels about the same, really. It's, you sit back, snipe, be sniped, might get the push every other battle, and then the match ends, usually by the 6 or 7 minute mark. And it's getting quite stale and quite boring to play a lot of times. Not that, World of Warships is the most action-packed game, but, I mean, used to a couple of years ago, you would get a fair decent action in every single match. And I guess if you like sniping, well, now's your time, because most of the higher matches I've been in have been snipe fest, and every now and then we get the rare battles where the teams get within 10 kilometers of each other. I'm over exaggerating a little bit, but it certainly feels like higher tiers gotten slower. Again, we're sniping, it's taking longer and longer and longer for the teams to finally push in, and you get that brawl, which that's the part of the game I like. I like brawling. Anyone who's watched this channel for any amount of time should know that. And these game modes that we've been seeing, that they've been testing, have had a lot of brawling in it, and it's really, really, really fun. I liked the last clan brawl session. I know a lot didn't, but I enjoyed it because it was quick, it was fast-paced, it was close quarters, it was really goofy, we had a blast, and that go-round with the clan brawl, there weren't any penalties or anything to losing, it was just a blast, it was fun. Like we see when they do test these game modes out, they usually don't either offer a very high valuable reward. You might get, some signal flags or some coal or something, but that's the most you'll get, and, it doesn't affect your clan's ranking like full-on clan wars does, and same for the ranked sprint season, it's just for fun. And I enjoyed that. It was carefree. You didn't care if you lost, really. Most of the time you had a blast, and I enjoyed it. And it was fast-paced, close quarters. It didn't take too long, well, not long at all. It's really sitting in matchmaking to get a match, but it was fun. It was fun, Fun seems to be a foreign concept to some people in random battles and in the game in general now, because it really is a chore to try to win. And, if you are like me and you like that close quarters action, the current high tier meta certainly has not been very fun recently. Like the match you're watching right now, it was I mean, it's on Epicenter, everybody's favorite game mode, which, I don't know if counting Epicenter as one of the 3 game modes even counts, because first off, it's pretty rare. It's almost as rare as the ocean map. It's either very rare or I get like 5 matches of it in a row. I don't know what's up with that, but anyway, as you can see, most of both teams just sat in the back of the map for a good chunk of the match, and we really didn't start pushing until, well, we absolutely had to, or until there was only 1 or 2 enemy ships in front of us, because everyone's just so cautious about pushing up now. And it's not a lot of fun, really. And ironically, I've been finding myself playing a lot more cruisers and destroyers recently now because of this, because playing battleships in this meta really isn't fun, because you're forced to snipe. And if you guys again haven't watched this channel for any long period of time, I don't really enjoy sniping. I'm more of a mid to close range battleship player, so I'm playing a lot more cruisers and destroyers where I can get closer, and then they're quicker and more maneuverable and can respond to the situation on the battlefield a lot quicker. But that has been a side effect of this, which I guess is a good thing, me getting into other classes and such. But anyway, having to play the game like this for mostly the past year, it's really kind of burned me out, and it's boring. You sit there for forever. But again, when these modes came around, they mixed things up, they switched things up, and it's kind of rejuvenating to play these game modes, especially playing it with friends. It's fun. We had fun. Again, a rare concept nowadays in World of Warships, it seems, and I think it really is time that this year these game modes be brought in proper. I don't know if they can maybe add in a new section for like small scale battles and then large scale battles like we have right now with 12v12, and these small scale battles can be these 5v5, 6v6, 7v7, 3v3s, or they can maybe add in a section where it's just well, we already have random game modes, but maybe just a section where it's a different type of arcade game mode, I guess you could call it. Maybe 5v5s with arms race on, 5v5 with, let's say, the barrier from the what was it? Not the Rogue Wave event. It was the Rogue Wave event. Maybe the barrier from the Rogue Wave event with a shrinking map. Maybe a large scale map like we had with the Portal event, and it's maybe a free-for-all like it was in there. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. I know, well, I don't think it was that a lot of people didn't enjoy it. It was that the rewards weren't there. But free-for-all map like that, big old map where you have to sail around and try and find enemies to sink, and you can forge alliances, and maybe you can betray them at the end. Things like that were going on in the Portal mode, or again whatever it was called. Those were fun. I enjoyed it. It was a nice shake-up to the game, and that's really what this game needs for 2021. I don't mean a shake-up in terms of the commander rework or the CV rework, but just something that changes the pace of the game. And I know this game's like 5 years old, and it's sticking to a formula that has been working for those 5 years, but currently with all the changes that we're seeing and the ships that we're adding, it doesn't seem like the dullness of the battles right now is going to get any better in the base 3 game modes that we have, and that's why we need a shakeup. We really, really, really do. And if they would do this, I think it would, again, rejuvenate the game, give us an out for the frustration of random battles right now, with especially again at high tier, all the sniping, all the HE spam, CVs. Again, we're going to say they want CVs involved in everything, so I don't think that would really change here. But again, maybe seeing them in a different format might help, like in a free-for-all where I'm sure a majority of players would gang up on the CVs because of obvious reasons. But it would help. It would help a lot. I really feel like it would. We also have Submarines 2 coming, well, I was going to say around the corner, but we really haven't heard anything about them recently. The last thing that we heard was when they added in all the new fancy ASW equipment to a lot of the ships. But I can't imagine that submarines are going to help improve the situation anymore. I think it'll probably just make the matches even quicker, because now the ships sitting in the back are just going to get torpedoed to death. I know some people have said, "Oh, this will force people to stop camping." Look, man, if the CV dunking on you when you're hugging an island hasn't stopped people from camping, I mean, just go play a match. How many ships hug islands now? I mean, and they still get dunked on by ships like MVR and FDR and Hokuru. I don't think submarines are really going to incentivize people to change their playstyle all of a sudden. There's way too many HE spammy ships, way too many snipers, ships that are just specifically designed for sniping that are coming out and that are still continuing to come out for that to change. I mean, I think the Italian battleships might, for a brief time when they get released, if they're still in their still type of idea where, you know, they're not that accurate, but they have great secondaries and the sap's pretty good on them and they have lots of guns, I think they may help to counteract some of that sniping gameplay. But I mean, we've got the American battleship line, the split that are all explicitly snipers. We've got things like the Slava, Thunder is getting removed too. But then again, with the HE spam, we got ships like Smolensk, we've got Colbert, we've got the Austin coming out, which looks absolutely friggin' nuts, and a couple other light cruisers coming out that are, again, specifically high RPM HE spammy ships, and it'll be something, alright, seeing where this game goes in 2021. But I really do think the only way to counteract that, and again to just shake up the game, is just to add in some new game modes and give us some more variety to what we can play, rather than just letting us be stuck with domination, standard battle, and epicenter. Anyway, guys, that's what I want to discuss today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. You think some new game modes, some more close quarters centered stuff, some quicker game types would help the game out, or do you think it's still just going to be good old snipe fest and hang back and passive teams like we are seeing now in very, very, very high numbers? Let me know in the comments down below, and I want to hear from you guys as well. If you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way now to 25,000 subs. We just passed 21,500 not too long ago. I can't thank you guys enough for that. Hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.